A lot can be said about Greece. I could give you a long list of philosophers that claimed it their home. The big names like Plato, Socrates, and Aristotle. I could tell you about the collision of old and new, side by side, shiny, new luxury goods stores next to ancient history museums. But today, I want to show you some of the aspects that make the place so special. Definitely worth a visit if you get the chance. And for me, the reason of visiting was an academic conference at Athens. Shoutouts to Athens Institute of Education and Research, but I thought why not spend some time there and make the best of the opportunity. A quick funny story, I think the Athens airport is the first place in the world where the passport control didn't ask about the reason for our visit. The guard simply nods and stamps and you're on your merry way. But you know, it's always nice to get away, far, far away from the hustle and bustle of Toronto, Canada. And although my wife and I only barely spent the week there, we were charmed enough to want to go back after our stay. Why so, you might wonder? Well, for one, the history. Archaeology and artifacts. You wander around forever and still not really absorb it all. Among the ones we managed to visit, the Acropolis and its corresponding museum, and the ancient Agora, the Greek Agora, mind you, there's a Roman one as well. The ancient Agora of Athens and its corresponding museums are both worth checking out. Or you know, sometimes if you're not really into museums, you can always just go up the hills to the ancient remains themselves, which are in some cases preserved and in other cases being rebuilt and remodeled over time. Among the sites of ruins we visited, it seemed that the Acropolis and the Parthenon were the most visited by tourists of the 7 historic hills around the capital city of Athens. We were super lucky that our Airbnb happened to be dap smack middle of all the action, near the usually busy and very touristy destination of the MONASTIRAKI neighborhood, so everything was pretty walkable. Uber and public transit are also both options for those of you that have a further ways to go. If you have really far to go, like the many touristy islands that people visit, you know, the Mykonos and the Santorinis, which you may have heard of before, then flights and ferries are the best options from the capital city and surrounding. And on these islands, we had the good fortune to visit a few of them. There are endless markets targeted towards tourists who like to pick up a few memorabilia or two, with the small items starting around a couple of euros, keychains, bags, pottery, you name it, they have it. If you like to explore and just wander around, the capital Athens has endless squares and alleyways. Sometimes it can be hard to keep track of where you are. But hey, that can be a good thing, right? As they say, you have to be lost to get somewhere new. And if you are lost for real, Google Map works pretty well there. If you want to take exploring the nook and crannies to a new level, you can always visit one of the many islands. We only really had time for a day cruise to 3 of them, but we did manage to take in the less spoiled natural beauty of Idra, Poros, and the Aegean Islands. The pristine blue waters, so clear that you can see the fish swimming underneath, along with the neat hilltop rows of white structures, mainly homes, shops, and churches, create the picture-perfect setting to take it all in. Not to mention the beautiful sunshine and Mediterranean warm weather. To top it all off, the hospitality and the warmth of the people must be mentioned. From the Airbnb to the Ubers to the halal restaurants in town that we frequented, in most cases, not only was the service great, but most of the locals made us feel more than welcome, always offering a smile and ample courtesy to go along with it. P.S. If you're looking for a halal food spot in Athens for your trip, Green Kebab and Kathmandu Express are must-tries. There's also a very strong and vibrant cafe and pastry culture around Greece's capital, and many such shops that cater to tourists. The ones in Athens even stay open late. If you're feeling lazy, food delivery is an option. We personally used Walt and it was very smooth, the Walt app. While even in the capital Athens, the halal food options are limited, if you're looking for some good Java and pastries, you'll most likely find a spot for it. But yes, overall, thank you, Greece. It was a wonderful week, and someday we do hope to see your charming self once again. This is Tahmid of Tahmid Talks signing off. If you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment to support the channel. I'll catch you on the next video.
What island are we at now?
We are on Poros.
Very nice island.